Guys, did y'all know it's Friday the 13th? This morning we were getting ready to kick the kids ready, and I'm like, Ashby goes, is today Friday the 13th? And I'm like, Hadley walks over to the calendar and she goes, yeah, it's the 13th. I'm like, it's Friday the 13th. So I hope you're having a wonderful Friday the 13th. Hope that nothing's crazy is going on. It has been a crazy day for me. As you can see, I have no makeup on, and I did my skincare and my stories this morning. So if you need help with your skincare, you can always comment the word skincare. If you have not seen my before and after, it's wild. The skincare has completely changed my mind. I mean, blown my mind and changed my skin. But today, hello, Linda. I see your beautiful face. Today, we're actually going to focus on makeup. I have not done a get ready with me since we were in Mexico, I believe. Hello, Mary. So I want to know from you ladies. Let me know in the comments. Do you struggle with your makeup as you have gotten mature skin? As you have matured, hi Lynette, as you have noticed the signs of mature skin, fine lines of wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, large pores, all the things, let me know in the comments, yes or no. Do you struggle with your makeup as your skin has matured? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments, okay? Come on. Let me know, ladies. Let me know, because we're going to solve all of our mature skin makeup problems today. And they're not difficult. They're not hard. And it shouldn't take you forever. I have long lives because I love talking to you guys. And this is our time to chat and get caught up. All right. Lynette is saying yes. Sandra is saying yes. Thrift Herds is saying yes. The worst is coverage between the eyes. Ooh, between the eyes meaning right here or under the eyes? Absolutely. Yes. Angela is saying yes. Stephanie is saying yes. Crime by the bag that's a really cool name, by the way, is saying yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Let me tell you guys why we're having issues as our skin changes. Our skin changes and we're still applying our makeup the same way we used to. And our skin is completely different. One, you have to make sure you have a good skincare routine in place. And if it's Korean, it's even better. Comment the word skincare. Oh, let's do this little thing I always hate. Keep letting me know. Linda's saying yes. Let me know. Yeah. Kathy is in the house in North Carolina. Hey, hey. 70, but still learning about hooded eyes. Amen. We're going to talk about hooded eyes today too. So comment the word Zoom 12 if you need information on anything that I talk about today, including getting a color match for your cushion, okay? If you want skincare information, I need you just to comment the word skincare. So comment Zoom 12 for all products used in today's live, or comment skincare if you need some skincare help. Now, once my Courtney robot has replied to you one time, so if you comment skincare and then you want all the stuff from today's live, it won't respond to you twice, but it will send you the information, okay? So comment the word skincare. So we're all having issues. Oh, let me pin that. We're all having issues as we age with our makeup because our skin has changed, but we're still applying our makeup the same way we used to when we were really young or in our 20s, our 30s, okay? We can't do that anymore. We're going to change that today, okay? The other thing, ladies, is that we need to make sure that our foundation color is the correct color. That is the number one issue. And when I go out in public, I'm constantly color matching people's skin because have you ever had this problem where your foundation is one color and then your neck and your chest is a totally different color? You look like a bobblehead, right? Yes. Mature skin makeup, you typically need to go a little darker or a little warmer because we have so much discoloration as we age. So comment the word Zoom 12. That will give you a link to all the products that I'm going to use today. Oh gosh, you guys, I just got off of Zoom and I forgot to pull all the products out. Thought I had most of them. Okay, there's that. I gotta find this other one real quick. All right, we're going to start with our foundation. Foundation is the number one most difficult thing for most women with mature skin because they don't have the right color. And I don't know about you, but I was a MAC girl for many, many years. And I would go to the MAC counter and they would swatch a couple colors on the side of my face. And then they'd say, oh, this one is the best. And I'd say, okay, you're the expert. I'd buy it. I'd go home. I'd apply it all over the place. And I'd look like an Oompa Loompa with an orange face. And it didn't look anything close to my skin. Okay. I've been in the beauty world for almost my entire life. And I have been color matching thousands and thousands of women all over for colors. Okay. I am using the color light in this cushion. It comes with this really cute little pad. This is going to give a little bit more of a full coverage look. If you like something that's more of a BB cream or a light to medium coverage, a great thing to do is actually apply it with a brush. So I'm going to show you both applications today because it's really, really easy. So the beautiful thing about this cushion as well is that there is no learning curve, okay? I just tapped here a couple times and then there's a little textured side on this, okay? This is a Korean cushion, you guys. These are popping up everywhere. I think L'Oreal just came out with one, and let me show you why. Because it literally is a magic eraser. A magic eraser, okay? If you've been following me, you've probably seen the reel that I did that I said, this is my magic eraser for my face. You know, as a mom, we always have those magic erasers shoved everywhere underneath all the sinks and all the cabinets and everywhere in the bathrooms because our kids order the cushion. It's beautiful. Nothing is better. That's right, Linda. I'm in between light and natural beige right now. What's the easiest way to get a mixture with the brush? Cheryl, I think it's Sherry. The easiest way is to open both, and this is going to be key, okay? Tap into one, tap into your second, and then swirl it around on this textured side right here. This is going to mix both of the colors and evenly distribute it on your brush. So very important, okay? Very, very important. Currently there are only 4 different colors, so some of us do have to mix, okay? And just like I just did with Cheryl, I can tell you exactly how to do so. But look, this is my magic eraser, you guys. I have no more hyperpigmentation. I have no more redness. Look, you can even see the line on my nose. Hello, like that is unbelievable, you guys. Hello, this is welcome to your little magic eraser, okay? Now I'm going to show on the other side of my face how I would apply, oops, I didn't need to shut that, with the brush, okay? And I use both. Molly, hi, sweet friend. Long time no see. Hi, Chantel. So I tap twice onto the cushion, and then I am just kind of swirling it around on this textured side. This is what you're supposed to do. It is amazing. I know, it's crazy. And watch, when I use a brush, I'm going to do the very similar thing that I did with the cushion, with the sponge applicator. I'm going to use a tapping motion because as we age and as our skin matures, we have fine lines, we have wrinkles, we have pores, we have all the things, and this product being a hybrid of all 3 foundations, it sits beautifully and becomes one with the skin. Look how gorgeous this is. You guys, I have nothing on my face. Hi, just got here. This is light. I'm actually using the color light because my skin has lightened up so much. Light was a little bit too light for me when I first started using my Korean skincare. I couldn't use this color. It was too light for me. But now that I've been using this Korean skincare for 2 years, my skin has completely lightened up. It's wild, okay? So I do use light all over as my foundation. You guys, I don't care what you've used in the past. I don't care if you've been in the beauty industry your entire life like I have. I have never found anything that covers this well, but looks so natural and is so beautiful. But also remember, this is a Korean product. This is packed full of skincare ingredients, hydration, So 99.9% of all of your cosmetics, you guys, are not good for your skin. Okay. Whether they're pore clogging or whatever, your skin would prefer to breathe and not be covered with makeup. Okay. It is what it is. This product acts as a foundation, but it is literally like skincare. Okay. So excited about this product. Yes, Abby. And I did get your text messages. I promise. I've been jumping in between Zooms and calls, and I know we're working on that. And I know you said your sister wants to take one to Greece and all the things. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Abby, tell us, did you just get your products today? Share. Okay. So now it's daylight here in North Carolina. I don't know where you are, but it could be nighttime. It could be in the morning. It is 2:30 here in North Carolina. I am going to go for a very natural. I am a mom. If you don't know, I'm a mom of 2 kids. My husband is actually picking up my children today, which is great because I got to do this. Yes, I love it. She got her products. I would typically be in Carline right about this time. But instead, I'm going to throw on my makeup because we've got some plans tonight. All 4 boxes. Woohoo! Yes, honey. You went crazy with those bundles, huh? Remon just had some really exciting, great bundles and some new formulations. So we're all going crazy and fun. Now, what we're going to do with this is called Natural Beige, and it's 1 color darker than my foundation. Okay. Do you see how subtle yet soft that is? So here, I don't have anything, right? I don't have any dimension or natural coloring shape or anything like that. I look over here and you can immediately see a difference. You're like, oh, okay. So you guys, as we age, we do not want to have one flat color all over our face. It actually ages you faster. Let me explain. If you have one flat color all over, you just took out all natural dimension, shape, and shadowing on your face, okay? This is why contouring and bronzing has become such a big thing. It's because it actually makes you look more natural if you know how to do it. So as a mature skin lady, I am 45 years old, if you are unaware. I like to have natural shadowing and shape in my face. Basically, I do a W here, keeping it pretty high because you want lift. I do a little bit of shadowing where the sun would hit my face on the corners. I don't bring it all the way down to my temples. As we age, we tend to lose volume in this area, and you do not want to put a dark color there. So you guys, a dark color is going to absorb the light and make that area retract, pull back. A color that is a light color is actually going to draw the light forward. And that's why a concealer is a lighter color and it draws your attention to those areas, right? So that's what I'm going to go to next. I like a very natural look during the daytime. If it was the nighttime, I would grab my contour stick and I would put this in the very similar areas that I just placed the natural beige. That's not the color I want. I need fair. Okay, so this is my 3rd color in the cushion that I'm using. This is the only thing that I will put anywhere close to my 45-year-old maturing eyes because it's full of what? Yes, it's full of skincare ingredients and it's going to be hydrating those under eyes. Why is this important? Let me tell you. Because if you struggle with product settling, creasing, drying out, and making that really delicate, thin under eye area look older, 90% of us, you're using a wrong product. This product is so hydrating. It is going to move with you throughout the day. It's going to move with your skin, and it's going to be hydrating these under eyes, you guys. So I go right here, half on the side of my nose, and it doesn't have to be perfect. As you can tell, I kind of just slap it on. And then I go right from the under eye up to my temple. Remember how I said we don't want to put a dark color there? We want a light color there as it's going to draw the light forward. I also use this to prep my eyelids for my eyeshadow. We're not going to do anything wild and crazy today. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. But you guys, I talk a lot. I'm a talker. I also like to put a little bit here in the center of my forehead as we have, again, we're kind of drawing the attention to this area, right? So I just tap this product down the sides of my face where my laugh lines are, yet again, pulling that light forward. So instead of the wrinkles being emphasized and the darkness emphasizing that, I put a lighter color there, just barely, because you don't need much of this product either, you guys. That's the other part. It's wild. These little cushions last forever. And then if you do not have large pores, I do like to pop a little bit of light here just to bring that attention to those certain spots of my face, okay? So again, you do not have to. If you have large pores in your chin area, or even large pores right here in your forehead, you do not have to put those there. Those are just where I like to. Now, before I corrected my skin and I had really large pores in those areas, I did not put concealer there either. So that's just totally up to you. I am going to do a little bit of nose contouring today, so I'm sticking just a tad bit of this concealer color just right down the center of my eyes. I am using a concealer brush by Hourglass. If you comment the word Zoom 12, all of the brushes, all of the products, everything I'm using today will be sent to you in one easy link, okay? So grab that. So let me know in the comments. Do y'all want to see me contour as if I was going out tonight? Or do we want to leave contouring for another live? Y'all let me know. We can do this right now while I'm doing my eyebrows. So y'all let me know in the comments. Contour, say contour or no. Contour or no. What would you like to see? Do you want to see contouring with my contour stick, or do we gonna just move right on? We are going to Zoom 12 Mar G23. It's retype Zoom 12. Okay, Mar, go for it. Contour. Yes. Okay. All right. We'll do it. Let me fill these brows in real quick while I'm letting y'all see contour. Okay. I love to do and give you ladies what you want to see. So that's why I like to ask. And that's why I never have like something too planned out for these lives, because contour. Yes. Okay, perfect. Let's contour it up, ladies. This Kosas, oh, you know what? This is the only thing that's not pinned. I will add this when I get out, you guys. When this is over, I will add this. This is a Kosas brow fill-in pencil situation in the color taupe. I love this. It's very, very fine. See how tiny that little guy is? It's really easy to make hair strokes with this little guy. Speaking of, a little hair on the end of it. And it's just really, really easy. I love it. It's ultra, ultra fine. And it's just really easy. There you go. Boom. Brows are done. Boom. Just the way I like it. I like it fast and easy and all the things. Okay, so let's contour. Contour stick. This I absolutely love, and it is a product by Saint. It is a silk pencil, and that is cappuccino, so I'm denying. We're going to use that one for our eyes. This is Pepper, because I was like, wait, that's not. Okay, they have two different types of pencils. One is a silk, and a silk is what you want to use for your waterline because it does not transfer. It's absolutely amazing. Pepper is the only cool color, and you need a cool base color. Oh, Linda, y'all are wondering if y'all are related. Linda is one of my OGs, and Abby, I would love that. That would be so fun if you guys are related and y'all are my customers and y'all figured that out on a live. How cool is that? Okay, see what we do on lives? It's cool. Okay, this little bad boy is so easy because I always tell you, everybody is intimidated by contour. Do not be, okay? This is a crayon. This is a big fat crayon like you were in kindergarten. So if you could color with the big fat crayons, you can contour, okay? I'm going to place my fingers right here at my temple. Why? I said this a few times. We don't want to put a dark color on our temples as we recede, as we age here. Let's not do that, okay? Here is my cheekbone. I'm going to feel it. Okay, here is my cheekbone. If you have a small eyeshadow brush or something of this nature, I want to show you what I want you to do. I want you to line up with the outer part of your nose and with your ear. And that's going to, you can kind of like, there's my cheekbone right there. I hit it, right? Well, I want to go just underneath that. So that's right about your nostril. Yeah. Your nostril and your ear. And you are going to draw a line straight out from that until you get to the end of your eye there. Okay. So we don't need to come too far around, and we can just, and it doesn't, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. That's what it looks like. Here, I'm going to do the same thing, my ear and the outer part of my nose. And I'm just going to draw that line until I get to right about the outer part of my eye. And if they're not exactly the same, it's okay. You know why? Because nobody's face is exactly symmetrical. They're not going to be the same. It's totally fine. Small world from Lexington, North Carolina originally. I bet you guys are. I bet y'all are related. This is wild. Okay. Then we're going to give us a snatched jawline. Okay. Taking that pencil right at my earlobe, I'm going to go straight down. I'm drawing like an L, and then coming down underneath my chin, my jaw, and then going right back up. So I'm snatching my jawline really hard right there. So do you see what that just did? It just made an additional shadow that's now making my jawline look nice and snatched. Holler. Okay. I have been using the 3D brush, and I'm going to continue to use this. This is a phenomenal brush. It's very affordable. It's a double-ended brush, and it is the bomb, diggity dog, from Saint, okay? When we blend our forehead, we're going to blend this contour up and towards our hairline, okay? We don't want to draw this too far down. However, if you have a large forehead, if you want to give the appearance of a smaller forehead, then you do want to pull that down a little bit, okay? As you'll notice, I'm not going in and swirling all over. You're in Wake Forest. So is Linda. She's in Wake Forest too. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so awesome. You don't want to go in and swirl everywhere because we've placed a product in a pretty particular place, right? Because it has a job. What we're doing is just creating more depth and shadow, and giving our face a more natural shadow and contouring look, okay? So you can bring that contour a little further down if you have a really large forehead and you want to give it appearance of smaller. If you have a really small forehead, always just blend up and towards your hairline. Now, I do encourage everybody to do that because the last thing that you want to see is like a big flat line, right? Okay. For our cheeks, we're all going to do the exact same. I have a hair, you guys, on my nose. What is happening? Okay. Wowzers. We're going to do the same exact thing on our cheeks, but we are going to blend up and back, okay? So all I'm doing is a soft tapping motion up towards my hairline and lifting up, because this area we never want to take a contour down. It will drag our face down. We do not want to do that, okay? So just stippling that product in. Look, it's beautiful. It's like magic, right? It's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? All of a sudden, you were this mangled mess 10 minutes ago, and next thing you know, you're a hot mama. That's what I'm talking about, and that is what I am here for. I am here to make all my ladies over 40 hot mamas. Whether you're a mama or not, I want you to feel wonderful, beautiful, and look your absolute best, because when you look good, you feel good, you're a nicer person, you're more efficient, you're all the things. You're a better wife. You're a better friend. You're a better sibling. You're a better spouse. Don't even try to come at me and say that this is not true, because you know it is. I know it is, okay? This is the only area that we also want to go a little down. So here we want to go a little down and back. And then we just want to make sure that we get that contour nice and blended on the lower half of the area. We don't want to walk out. I cannot tell y'all how many times I've gone out in public and Tom is like, Courtney, you've got some, contour right here. And I'm like, oh, so don't do that. Don't be me. Okay. Let's do a little bit of nose contouring. I'm not a huge fan of nose contouring, but I do have a very bulbous nose right here. So I do like to slim that sucker out. So remember how we just drew that white line with our contour right down the middle of our nose? All we're going to do is put 2 little lines on either side of it, And then I'm going to round this out because I want to make it look a little slimmer. And that's it, okay? Then I'm going to take my fingers and let them do the rest. So this product is so creamy and smooth. You can easily just use your fingers. I like to kind of take it up towards my brow so there's not like a start and a stop. And I just like to blend that out. Now, what I also do is just a little tapping with my finger, and then I'll tap right over that contour so there's no definitive line, right? Okay. And when I touch my face, you guys, my face gets red. So everybody's like, why is your face red? It gets red. I don't know. I touch it and it gets red. So my nose will calm down here in just a second. She just has to relax a little bit. Okay, moving right along. We're going to go to blush next, okay? Busy life I have too. Life without bangs is different. Oh, did you all of a sudden did you grow out your bangs? Life without bangs is different. Yes, it is. And you know what? A lot of people do their makeup very differently when they have bangs versus not having bangs, which is really cool. I just did a reel on a lot of different really fun, great over 40 blush placements, but I'm going to show you guys today very simple, very easy way to apply your blush where it will look beautiful and youthful and give you a nice lifted effect as well. Okay, still using the same brush, as you guys can tell, or no, I'm lying. See, I have many of these brushes because I love them. I like to stick with the same brush because anything that's left over on there, it's just going to help everything to blend and to blend seamlessly. So I am not one that I'm like, I have to have a different brush for everything. I ain't got no time for that. I would be cleaning makeup brushes all day, every day. Okay. So these are like kind of like my favorites, out of my Saint blushes. These are all cream based. And, these two, raspberry and pink flamingo, are kind of my favorites. And they've just been my go-to lately. Again, if you comment the word Zoom12, I will send you everything that I've used today. I always have issues with blush placement because I have a fat face. My cheeks could rival the moon. Oh, don't say that. Okay, so contour is going to be your best friend. And what I would do is I would go to Google or whatever, and I would contouring for a round face, and you're going to get an exact diagram of where you should contour, and you need to get you a little $20 stick that's going to last you forever and learn how to contour, because that's going to make your face you can totally change the shape of your face with some contour. Okay, just remember Zoom12 for links to everything that I'm using today. Okay, 2-finger rule, 2 fingers to the side of your nose, right on that cheekbone, and then just tap going upward towards the temple. This is going to be the most universally flattering blush placement for women over 40, okay? No matter your face shape. Now, as you get more comfortable with applying your blush, then start playing with new and different blush placements. Blush placement can play a very big role in the way that your face looks as well. So for the young lady, I can't remember what her... I'm trying to look back real quick to see. It's too far up. Okay. If you have a really round face, you do not want to go here with your blush. That's going to give you a more full look. You're definitely going to want to keep your blush on the outer part of the eye. So almost think again, using the outside of your eye as a guide, keeping that blush going upwards towards the temple. This is going to give you a more lifted look. If you yes, you, Chaotically Kara, is that right? If you want to add volume to the face, then we're going to put the blush right at the cheekbone and then kind of bring it up a little bit, okay? So let me just do that and I will show you guys the difference. I kind of brought this one down a little bit already. But if I kind of took that away, you would be able to see the difference in volume here and lift being here if I didn't have that there. But now I got to even it out. I can't be looking lopsided because people will join this live and they'll be like, oh my gosh, this girl is crazy if she thinks she's good at makeup because one does not look like the other. But here's the beauty, you guys. Here's the beauty of how if you were to see me out walking around and go, wow, her makeup, or wow, she's beautiful. Wow, her makeup looks gorgeous, okay? It's because there is no start and stop for any particular color. I want you ladies to just realize how important this is. When you have a color that starts and stops, it's very harsh and it creates a lot of aging effects. Okay, now I am going to put a little bit of this amazing Chanel. It's linked as well. I can't even see it. My eyes, you guys, my eyes are going bad. I had LASIK eye surgery and I'm just starting to realize that my eyes are starting to go bad. I'm just going to pop it on the end of my brush, and then I'm just going to tap on right at my cheekbone. And again, this too will really help. It's just a beautiful iridescent right when the sun hits it. It's so beautiful, or whenever the light hits it. This is just a little trick, and it's not technically like more makeup or more layers. It's just really, really pretty. And then if you like, you don't have to. There's some women that are like, oh, I love like the little shiny nose, you know. Some people are like, no, I absolutely hate that. Don't do that. Totally, again, up to you. There is no right or wrong way. There are just better ways to apply your makeup as we age, okay? So there we go. That's our base for the most part, okay? And you guys, sometimes I stop right here, I throw on some mascara, and I call it a day, and I'm done. But no, we are actually going to go and use my 4 staple colors that I use day in and day out. If you ever see me on a reel and you're like, what colors are you using? You're going to get these as probably your response. Now, the only downside is, well, this is Bubba. There is a color that I love that Saint stopped making, and it's called Valencia, and it makes me mad. Let me get some water real quick. Hang tight. As I'm seeing stuff, you guys, all you need to do is comment the word Zoom12, and you will get a link to everything that I'm using here today, okay? So, and for our very first step, our very first step is, remember I put that cushion on my eyes to cover up like my my discoloration and to kind of prep my eyes for that, okay? So, as a mature skin woman, I do not want to go in with a stark white color. So this color, this is a white. So this is a setting powder. This is it's a soft vanilla. And this is what I like to set my eyeshadow with, because this is going to, or set rather, my base with, because it's going to set that cream, that cushion foundation, and it's going to allow my eyeshadow just to blend a lot easier, a lot better. It's going to sit and it's going to wear better throughout the day. Okay, so boom, that's it. Now, I'm going to keep it pretty simple and easy today for our eyeshadow look. I have found that as I age and as my eyes age, I don't need a ton of different colors. But what I need is a little bit of color to make my eyes appear bigger, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this color, which is basic. And I am going to take this. I always just tap a couple times in, tap off any excess because you don't want fallout. Hey, Gretchen, woo woo! Gretchen's in the house. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush. Remember, wherever you place your brush is where you will place the largest amount of product, okay? So here we go. We're going to set this right above my crease. So you can see my crease is right here, you guys, right? Okay, I'm going to take this above my crease, and I love this particular brush for this. I'm doing small little circular motions, and I'm keeping it on like the outer half of my face. Love that tip. My eyeshadow and liner always melt during the day. Oh girl, busy life. I'm about to rock your world. Stay tuned. Hello from Canada. I love it. So down here by my lash line, I'm going to start working that color and then bringing it up. And do you see how all I am doing is just creating more space here, right? So I'm not doing a really harsh color, And then whatever, so I've worked majority of my pigment on the outer part of the eye here. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to kind of just bring it in a little bit. And that's only to diffuse the color. And then I also am going to bring it out a little bit, creating that nice lift there, okay? This is not closing off the eye. And do you see how this eye kind of looks bigger? You're like, wait, what? But we're not done, okay? So this is the color Basic. It is the beautiful neutral. I look best in cools and neutral colors. I don't look great in warms, and warm colors, but I can wear them, okay? But this is a beautiful neutral for everyone, no matter what color your hair, your eyes, what skin tone, whatever. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I love it. And I take it way up almost to my brow, you guys. And this is where women all go wrong. We go in, we take our brush, we go in with our product and we stick it right in our stinking crease. And all this does is make your hooded eye look more hooded and heavy, okay? This is not what we want to do. This is what we want to do. We want to open the eye, we want to make it look bigger, and we want the appearance that we have more real estate on our eyes than we actually really do, because this is not bad, and it's not bad, especially if you're in your 20s or 30s, but the more hooded this becomes, it's just going to emphasize that. I love your explaining the process, but how long does this take when you're in a hurry? Oh, girl, this takes me less than 3 minutes. That's why I always say jump on these lives to ask your questions. Because this is where I can really help troubleshoot a lot of things. Okay, so when I open my eye, you can see the immediate difference here. All this is doing is emphasizing that crease, okay? And yes, and Gretchen can tell you, because she and I have had like races of who can get their makeup done faster. I promise you, when I'm doing my makeup, unless I'm having pictures done or going to a formal event, my makeup is done in less than 5 minutes every single day. Tell them I meant it. Okay, Gretchen, I don't know what are you talking about? We're so funny. Okay, so let me fix this eye. I'm going to go back in with Basic, tap off that excess, and I'm going to start bringing this up and above, okay? So you guys, I do have 2 small kids. I don't have a ton of time. I'm a busy mom. I have a thriving business. I don't have a ton of time to waste on my makeup either. So trust me, I am not one that's like, oh, this needs to be a 30-minute ordeal. I ain't got time for that, okay? Boom. Look how easy that was. Super easy, okay? Now, if you do want to add a little extra, this is where the warmth comes in. I will go in with Bubba, which is clearly a warmer color. And I will actually use that as a kind of like a buffer. So if I come in with a warmer color, I just do it right above, way above there. And I like cools and warm colors together because it's very neutral and it's very natural. Okay. I'll take off any excess. I don't like a ton of warmth, like I said, but I will just kind of go windshield wiper that back and forth, kind of bringing that on the out, giving some nice lift. Bubba is one of my favorites. Such an awesome neutral for every day. Yes, it's so, so good. I tell everybody you really need it. However, I will say sometimes it pulls orange on some people, but we're not doing that. Okay. I can either use an eyeshadow for my eyeliner, but we're going to tight line as well today. So using the smaller end here, I'm going to tap into Cocoa. Wait, is this Cocoa or Philly? Hang on. This is Philly. I'm sorry. And I might need to add that. Sorry. So I'm going to tap that excess off, and then I'm going to run this on my lower lash line here. This is going to give the effect of an eyeliner, but it's going to lift and define the eye without a harsh eyeliner. See the difference? It's very subtle. It's very pretty. Again, this is our key to mature makeup looking lightweight, natural, and beautiful, is that we don't have any harsh start and stop lines, okay? And do you see how pretty and diffused it is? Notice one other thing quickly. I don't bring it all the way into the inner corner of my eye. That's going to close off the eye, okay? We want to keep these eyes nice and big and beautiful and brilliant, okay? Last step, and again, this is a little bit more detailed than like what I would typically do, but the last step is I'm going to go back in with my Cupcake, And I'm going to just lighten up this inner eye again real quick. Just because I like the contrast. And I'll show you. Do you see the difference that's there? But I'm going to blend it out too so it's not so like stark. I like the inner corner to be a little brighter here. And then I run it up underneath the brow bone. Just ever so slightly. And then I go back to that end that I was using all over, and I just blend it out pretty. And it gives you that pretty diffused, soft eye look. Boom. Super easy, okay? Then I'm going to go in with Cappuccino. This is the Silk pencil, okay? This pencil you do not want to draw on your face because it's not going to budge, because that's the formulation of this bad boy, okay? It's very creamy, but this sucker, I don't know what in the world Kara, the founder of Saint, I don't know how she formulated this or how she made it, but I have, in my 45 years of doing makeup, I have never found a eye pencil that does not transfer 12 hours later. This sucker does not transfer, and you really have to get in there with your oil cleanser to make sure that you get it all off at night, because it is still there at night. But the key, again, and if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know I had horrible under eye darkness. I worked too hard over the last 2 years to get my eyes lightened. I am not going to put an eye product that's going to make my under eyes look darker. I'm not going to do it. This is the answer to all of my eyeliner dreams. Okay. Why do we tightline? So, if you comment the word Zoom12, I will send you a link with all of the products I'm using today. Why do we tightline? Because as we age, we get hooded eyes and we don't have as much space or real estate. Sorry, just missed the pencil. No worries whatsoever. It's a pencil by Saint and it's in the color Cappuccino. Okay. No worries whatsoever. Never apologize. Trust me. I jump in and out of Zooms all day long. Okay. So tightlining is a great makeup application for mature eyes for a couple different reasons. Because we don't have a ton of real estate on our eye area anyways as we mature, because everything is kind of, gravity is you know what, and it's causing our features to fall down. So therefore, we tightline on our waterline or just above our waterline, right on the lash line, and it's instantaneously going to make your eyelashes look a lot fuller, and they're going to look thicker, but it also gives us the definition of, I got to use this mirror. It also gives us the definition of an eyeliner without taking away real estate from our actual eyelids. So that's the thing, is if you go in, if you have a hooded eye or even a deep set eye, you guys, if you go in with an eyeliner, you're just going to be making your eye look heavier and more hooded. I have an eyelash right there. My eyelashes come out all the time. Did you know that you lose eyelashes just like you lose your hair? Like they go through growth cycles too. Isn't that wild? I love Thrive mascara. I use it in brown because I'm obsessed with brown mascara right now. I have been for about a year. I just think it's so soft and it's so pretty. It's really, really gorgeous on light colored eyes as well. This is also a tubing mascara. Therefore, what happens is it actually wraps a little tube around your eyelash and it does not smudge. Remember how I was talking about I had horrible under eyes? I had horrible under eye darkness for a really, really long time. I worked over the last 2 years to get rid of them. So I refuse to wear any mascara that's going to smudge underneath my eyes. And tubing mascara absolutely does not. If you've been around here for any amount of time, you know I absolutely despise doing mascara online. I mean, yeah, on a live. I normally do it ahead of time, but I just don't feel like you guys get the full effect because you can see how dramatic your eyes look different without the mascara. Girl, L'Oreal extension in the brown is very similar. Yes, and I have that right here too. I normally do this first and then, oh, you're so welcome. You got to go get your kids. Girl, I get it. Tom is getting them today. I absolutely love this stuff, and I love the applicator because it's so small, and I normally do both, but since we were on a Zoom, I was trying to hurry things up. But I hate doing mascara on a live or just live anywhere because it's just, I don't know. It's so close to my eyeball, and I'm trying to like put it on. Oh, the kids and Tom are home. I hear the garage. So if you hear them yelling, I did tell Tom, I said, I'm probably going to be on a live when y'all get home. So hold the monkeys. But I'm sure they'll come busting up in here. And so I am a huge fan of this as well. Really good price point, but let me show you the difference of a tubing mascara versus what is not. Now, this is one of my absolute faves. It is L'Oreal. Gretchen knows me all too well. So I like to do this first, and then I like, because this gives me great length, and I can go in and like really see how I can get like all those little individual lashes because the comb is so small. I love it. So this is great for length if you need added length. I do not use any eyelash serum as I have become allergic to almost all of them. There is one on Amazon that I can use, and it is Korean, funny enough, but it's the only one that I'm not allergic to, so it's kind of wild. Yes, queen! And then I go in with my tubing and make them, oh, but that was my whole point. Do you see how soft and like fluttery these are versus the tubing mascara? Like, it's just, the tubing mascara builds up and gives you massive, massive volume, not necessarily length. So that's why I like to double this up. So I want the length from the L'Oreal, but I want the volume and the tubing from this guy, Thrive. I couldn't remember it for a minute there. Whenever I do my mascara online, it never looks great. I just like, I don't know. It's just a thing. So let me put on this bottom and we'll get right on. Okay. So after I do this, we're going to hit our lips and we're going to set and we're going to be done because my kiddos are home and they're going to want to play and all the things. Anybody else's? And we've got a couple things that we got to do this afternoon. We have a birthday party. Hi, baby. I told you they're going to. Hi, love. Hi. Okay. Let me do lips. So I have a lip liner and she might not be up her. So I'm going to use this one. I don't see her. Lipstick and my lip gloss. I thought I had her up here, but maybe not. Okay. We could do, you can really use mulberry or toasted. I just used both of these. Again, these are the Saint pencils. I love both of these. And they're both absolutely stunning. So actually, let's use toasted today because I haven't used this in a while. And it's a satin pencil as well. So I'm going to line with this. So you guys, if you haven't been able to tell, I'm a huge fan of these pencils. That's a little red. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going to take that off. That was not the color that I was going through. I think because I have a cool colored shirt on right now too. I can't do that right now. It's going to pull too orange. If you're like me and if you tend to pull orange on a lot of lipsticks and blush, that means that you are probably a cool neutral gal like myself. And I have to be really careful because I can pull orange real quick on just about anything. Okay. And with this cool gray colored shirt I have on, that was happening. But where is my, there she is. Bam. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Here we go. Let's start this again. This is from Lawless. And it's a little bit more pinky based. And not so reddish orange. I'm going to line those lips. I'm going to show you one thing that I like to do as well. I kind of like to fill in the corners here. And down here. And down here. I love a good ombre lip. This is the most beautiful neutral. I don't care what anybody says. If you are a cool gal, this is Platinum. It's by Lawless as well. And if you comment the word Zoom12, I will send you all these links. It is the most beautiful lipstick in the face of the world. Neutral. And then I go in with Lavender Sorbet, and it's like kind of a lip plumper. And I do that right in the middle of the lips. And then in the middle of the top, and just marry that lip liner with your lip color. Hi! There's my other baby. And there we go, you guys. So 2 ways to set. If you are a gal who you're super oily, and you have to use a powder, Saint has my favorite setting powder, and it is called the Feather Blotting Dusting Powder. Okay, let me show you the places where I typically set. Okay, so for mature skin makeup, I set on the sides of the nose here. And as you can see, I use this big fluffy brush because it's not going to pick up a ton of product. Okay, and it's not going to over apply. The other place that I like to set is the smile lines. And then right here, kind of on the outside of the mouth, kind of going up like this. If you have oily in your T-zone, feel free to set that area. Wherever you like to set, do that. Just do it very, very lightly. Please don't go in with a really heavy, loose powder. If you have loose powder, let me show you. This is the only loose powder that I recommend, or actually like. It's a mineral, so it's very, very finely milled. It's like insanely finely milled. I like to get a puff like this. I will tap it into the product and then tap any excess off on the back of my hand. And look, you get like quite a bit, okay? And then I go in on the side of that nose, just like I told you. That's my little phone holder. So I don't get anywhere here, you guys. We really want to avoid this area when we have mature skin, especially mature eyes and mature under eyes, because that is going to soak up that powder and it's going to look so dry. It's going to look drier than the freaking Sahara Desert, and you don't want to do that. And then I'm going to go in and just press. Now I do like these little powder puffs too, and I press that into the smile line as well. You guys, as I'm thinking about it, these couple things I do not have on my Zoom 1-2 link, but I will add them. So if you don't see them right now, just know I will come back and I will add those. So you can just click that link again in just like a few minutes. Just give me a couple minutes after we get off of this. If you are oily on your forehead, then just tap that there. Again, just wherever you may need to set and be done. Okay. Now, if you are not oily and you want to set, I typically just go straight in with my setting spray and just spray all over. Okay. Another little sweet thing. Thanks. It looks so young and youthful. I love that. Thank you so much. That's the point. So I'm still glowy in the places that I want to look glowy and youthful, especially around the cheek area, right? And you can see just how pretty it is when the light and the sunlight hits my face as I turn. That's the key to a really youthful, pretty, natural look. This was not difficult. It was not hard. Now, I over-explained a lot of things. Like I said, this would typically take me about 5 minutes to get all of this look done on my face, okay? But one other quick trick I want to show you. If you are an oily girl and you do need to set, a trick that I absolutely love and I don't talk about enough is take your setting spray, spray it on your powder puff, then go into your powder and do the same things. Tap, tap, tap off any excess here, and then go in to those places that you need to set. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful look, okay? So there we go, you guys. 45 years old, barely there makeup, not lots of layers, not heavy makeup, none of that. I don't do that. I don't play that. If you need anything that I talked about today, comment the word Zoom 1-2. I am going to clean, I don't know why, but the sides of my mouth look kind of crazy. If you ever have anything that you need to clean up, use the brush that you used your concealer on, and you can clean that up. Same with the eyes. If you brought eyeshadow way too far down here and it's pulling down the eye, just take that brush and just pull that and clean that right up. Do you see how that just, look, you guys, crazy, right? Now I like to kind of wing mine out a little bit, but this can just such an easy way to clean up the under eye area. Okay, just like that. Looks beautiful. Thank you, guys. So really quick, if you need help with your skincare, because if your skin is a wreck, your makeup's never going to look as good as it possibly could. You need to get a good skincare going. Comment the word skincare and I will gladly help you. You guys, this is driving me nuts. With your skincare, comment the word skincare. If you want all the links to what I used today, just comment the word Zoom12. And I do need to go add just a couple things in there real quick. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me, and let me know if there's anything that I can help you with. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.